Hi there, this is Katie in the Nest Time, and I'm so glad that you can join me for this session. We are about to do some more work on my Summer Roses project, and it's got a number of pieces in it, but basically, what I have here this afternoon is two nests or two vessels, some roses, and I just thought I'd update you on where we are at with that. In my little nest, I've got one of my cupcake pincushions and just want to make some more of those. I think I was telling you that I realized I didn't have many yellow or orangey yarns, and I found these in a local op shop a little while ago. So I thought, I haven't ever used something like this. Might be too bright. This one's variegated, but they were a whole bag full for a couple of dollars. So that was wonderful. One of you has noticed that I've used this fabric in my summer accordion journal. I think I got it off a buyer on Instagram, and I haven't got very much left, but I don't think I've used a piece on here yet. Here's a little embroidery with roses. So I'm doing my colourful style with my usual flowers, but if any flower there is more of, it's roses on this. This is my Friday fun bit, which I'm having lots of fun with, obviously. Here's a little bit of my fringe. Here's a bit of pink crochet, and here's a little bit of a fragment of That's Happy, Isn't It? So I've emptied the nest out. Whether that's a good idea or not, we will see. So I hope you've got a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever makes you happy and makes you feel like you're relaxing. Yes, I'm home. I've had actually a surprising weekend. I missed out seeing friends, but I ended up spending some time with family. I won't get emotional about that, but just you know what it's like when you have children and you don't see them for a while and you need to catch up. So that's what we got to do this weekend, and yeah. But now I'm home and I'm going to do some stitching in my happy place. Okay, so I'm making two vessels, and I think I showed you the very beginning that on this time around I did a lot of work around the sides. Now I've put the sides of the vessel onto the base, and again I was asked whether I have a formula. I don't really. This one here is about 3 feet around, 36 inches, and the diameter is about 12. Now, if I remember my fractions, there's a relationship between 36 and 12, but I can't advise you because I'm not sure on it. I do everything by eye, and this one is a medium and fits in it. I found actually an old piece of quilt with roses in there, really traditional roses, and I've used that front and bottom. Okay, so the idea is they're designed to fit within each other very much like all of mine, and we can continue to embellish. Does that make sense? So you won't see much of this in the end, the blanket. So going quickly around, we're just going to feel where we want to put something. So this, and these are reversible, remember, so you can never get bored. If you don't like that as the outside, you just flip it. And look, you find a needle ready to go in there as well. So let's use that as a sign. Okay, but I think I'll stitch it this way to start with. We will see. There we go. Let's get stitching. Oh. I want to say welcome to new subbies. old and middle subbies and everyone who's um, just giving me a try, I suppose. It's lovely to have you here, and my voice, I hope you hear it in my voice. This is my happy, happy place. Although part of the conversation had was that after proudly saying I'm going to have just a journal room, a paper room, and a stitching and crochet room, I may have my sons coming home to be with me for longer than a couple of nights. So I might have to work out where people sleep now that I've just taken over the house. But it will be a joy. It will be a joy. Okay, so I've got this little tiny rose here. And I don't like those Sharpie bits. This is such a divine piece, and you could say it could go there, but if it's used, there will be things on it. So I just think that this is a beautiful spot. Got that there, a little bit of fringy. That's pretty standout, isn't it? I've got some Chanel, oh, maybe that's a waist. Let's go around, and this is what we do. We don't necessarily plan it all out. We just look. Okay, so there's a beautiful rose there. Where do I want to put it? Okay, this is where it's telling me. So we're going to go rose to rose, and I'm going to just trim that off a little bit. Love, love, love. That's, I think I bought that back from Kansas as well. So hello to all my US subbies as you go into autumn, to my European and UK ones. You're going into autumn too, but I don't think you call it fall. And we are struggling to be spring at the moment. Well, the flowers are out, but as I'm probably starting to sound like a broken record. It's so windy, so windy. But just be grateful. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. Just be grateful that I'm in my nest and sheltered from the wind now. I saw some people today trying to walk against the wind, and literally they were being, forced back. So this is a beautiful, beautiful embroidery, the finest. The finest work. And I don't know about where you are, but I don't find many roses in embroideries very much. Well, certainly not at the moment. They're rare. So I've been having to go far afield to find some. There's more of these cross-stitch ones, which are absolutely beautiful as well. And I know that this one will be treasured and looked at every single day. So that's an honouring of the work of those hands. Oops, it's pretty thick here. but interesting. So we've got this beautiful pink crochet. I wonder if I could bring, yeah, I'm going to save actually a little bit of this. Because sometimes you never know, and that's why it's sort of good to put it in the holes first, like the stitching, because you can still get pieces out. And so now this is over the edge of the orange striped vintage. I think they were pants or something I got for an hobby. It's easier. So I'm wondering how your week ahead is looking. Is a busy one or some spaces? We've just been driving home, my husband and I, and we were just thinking about the week ahead, and I said, well, I think it's going to be less busy than last week. And he said, well, they're always dangerous words to say. But I don't have to do a webinar at dawn, and I might go up and see my mum. My son is coming to stay, so still plenty on, but I think I can do some more stitching. We will see. There you go, look at that beautiful rose. Bill of the ball. Okay, so let's long thread. Let's go through here. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's got that other, that's a favorite of mine now, that cross stitch yellow. They were on cushion covers. Okay, what else have I brought down? I've got a little bit of this. Yeah, that's what I want. I want a little bit of this glorious fabric. And I think I was sharing that my mum gave it to me, but I had forgotten that my mum bought it at the sewing basket when I took her that very first time. So that's even more special. That it's, and she's still got a lot of it, but it was someone's fabric that they donated to the sewing basket in Sydney that my mum bought and shared with me, and now you're all seeing it. What a beautiful thing. Might do some embroidery in a minute too, so that piece is on. Where was that other little rose I had cut out? I've got, okay, here. So I'm just thinking here, that's the piece I just put on. Here's that other vintage fabric, and I've got chenille there, and let's see if we can just add some interest here, and I'm going to use a blanket stitch. This wool thread's getting a little bit, what's that called? A little bit fluffy from going through multiple levels. So just be conscious of that if you're doing a lot of stitching with the one. Doesn't that blanket look nice there? Well, I think so. here, what's nearby, that little bit. And so let's just sew that down. So I know many of you are loving making nestles and vests, and a shout out to, I think your name's Victoria, but I can't remember what your Instagram handle is. But she was very lovely and tagged me in her Instagram photos of nests that she's making, and I loved that. You know, she was inspired to finish off projects. You know, when we have lots of little embroideries or bits of things that are in the cupboard or on your table or something, by turning them into a vessel, you get to refeel the textures, what you loved about stitching it, and then have a purpose for them. My husband was asking, and I said, I think why I'm so into these is you get the joy of making and stitching and appliquing, and then they're just very handy things to have. So I took these to, you know, I take them to the what am I trying to say? To the Green Dog exam, for example, in one of my bigger nests. So you've got your project, and then it's contained. Okay, I think that's making progress. So let's go over here to our smaller one. Let's have that rose just shine at us. And have a look at what's happening here. I do love this fabric. It's very cheery and pink. And this is again vintage patchwork with triangles. And here's a bit of, you've seen that before. So let's put this here. And let's try for the first time what can go wrong, everyone. Nothing can go wrong, except I was hoping like that other skein that there would be, it would be cut into lengths. Is there a secret way of doing this? Oh, I think there is. Let's come undone. We'll just cut it. Okay, there's an end. Oh, lost it. And here's a good length. Oh, they're all threaded. Where's my other one here? Oops, I've gone quiet. Because I want to put this on, and then I want to see if I can actually do some, what am I calling my embroidery? Rustic. And my style is rustic and organic. Oops. Someone asked me that the other day. I'm so loving working on my slow stitch flower quilt. So I want to do some more on that. I was watching Corinne work on her quilt at some stage, and I imagine a lot of people are joining in with that. I did think, it just gave me some ideas for next year. Oh, that's a bit tough to get through. So what are we thinking about this yellow? I think it works fine in this quilt, and we'll pick up some of some nice things around. So with that in mind, now I had a question about why I don't tie knots, and I suppose I'm lazy. My style is very frayed, and do they come undone? I think in the sort of work that I'm making, the purpose for these, I don't think they will come undone unless it's a lot of stretching. But yeah, basically, if I remember, I do a, look at these roses, everyone, look at that one. Beautiful and pink. So the garden is really appearing. I'm looking for a flower that I'd like to, no, let's just make some flowers on here in this bright yellow. So let's do some Lazy Daisy big ones first. Did I turn the camera on? Oh, it showed me it's got a low battery, but hopefully it's still filming. Oh. I actually really like this bright sunny yellow very much. So that was a win. Okay. There's a bright sunny flower for you. Oh, I'm doing more petals than I've ever done. That's because I'm enjoying this thread. So what would you call that? DMC. Oh, cotton pearl. Because usually I only have pearl in the, you know, like the crochet balls. Okay, well, it's got a little knot in there, so we'll say that's enough of that one. And that little star comes out on the back like that. Okay. I mean, that's not much to show you one, oh, I caught that. Where else can we do some lovely embroidery? Well, Kate's sort of embroidery. Settle down here, everyone. There we go. I'm just going to pin that. I don't get it lost in other things. Let's try that. That would be fun. Let's try this other colour. I mean, there's multiple sets of these in the little glad bag that I got from the Oppie. So if I like it, it will keep me going for ages. So we've got orange. Let's be a bit wild, although I don't. Okay, here's a rose. These are the. Did we decide they were hobby texts or something or other like that? They're painted roses. And I think I explained that because I'm not seeing very many embroidered ones. So let's see if we can get our needle in here. Maybe not as easy as it looks. What am I going to do? Let's see if we can stitch. So I've changed my mind already. Let's see if we can stitch like a satin stitch in the long and the short stitch. I mean, would you have ever seen me do that? Very much. One stitch down. Now I have to think. I don't want to use all the cotton up. What do I do, Kate? Go here. It's tough, everyone, because I've got an embroidery on the back. So I'll have to work out how to do this. Okay, what if I go there and down here? Because I'm trying not to use the cotton up, but I actually think it's going to be used up. Yep, so you can probably see that it's also painted on a very dense cotton. So I'm up against a couple of things. I've got it's not linen or soft, and it's painted as well. But this yummy orange is coming, so it's worth doing. I mean, it's coming sometime soon. All right, where do I want to go? I know you'll forgive me if this just turns out a mess. So what if I start now coming back on top of these stitches, and the orange will come out. And I've left them wide apart because basically that wasn't planned. It's just I can't get through. This one we'll try and get. Okay, I'll go straight there and over here. Now I'm going to do a really long one in between. I still can't. Oh, see, the orange is right on the end. Oh, false pretenses. It's changing gradually, but not fast enough for me. did I say I was going to put that flower on? I did as well. But see, it's slowed down, but I'm enjoying this. So this is worth doing because it will really make, in fact, what's going to happen is that yellow will come out and then that will emphasize that bit there. And when I say come out, I mean stand out. So let's leave that for Kate to finish at another time. And because I've been talking about how we can embellish with flowers, I've got a thread in here. So let's have a look at this. Is a loom flower. Let's just add it to the garden for a bit of pop. I want to see it a little bit over. So if I put it up here, yep, what have we got? A crochet flower, a lemon rose. Yeah, so they're designed any way you can look at the direction. Now, I could have threaded up. I could have, but for now, I'm just going to do it this way. When I said thread it up, you can thread the wool, thread the needle, but I already had this threaded. Let's get that on. Oh, scotched it through the things here. Okay, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to leave that there to be more secured in the future, and we're going to finish off with a very fun thing. Are you ready, everyone? Let's have a haircut. So I'm turning these loops into separate petals, and I know that you can comb these out as well. Of course, I haven't got a comb down here with me. Just feels so good. Maybe I should have. I tried cutting my children's hair. I was not very good at it when they were little. How about that? Oh, I suddenly realised maybe you haven't been watching what I've been doing. Oh, gosh, sorry if I got carried away. Wouldn't that be terrible? But for now, that's me done. Wow. Thank you so much for watching. This is Kate in the Nest. Fingers crossed that you could see what I was working on. I've got 2 nests, 1 flower. It's making me smile. And a lot of joy from you following me and being with me on my slow stitching journey. So this is Kate in the Nest saying bye for now. Bye.